Greeting Africans, greeting African descendant, greeting friend of African and African descendant. This is COAFRWO-UK Encounters, Episode 2. COAFRWO Love and Colonial Desire when status replaces spirit. I'm Brother Mpeke, Michilame Yodi, the founder of COAFRWology. Welcome to COAFRWO-UK Encounters, your compass for navigating the sacred terrain of African relationships, memory, and destiny, not through exile, but through reconnections. Today we step into a deeply sensitive yet urgent conversation. COAFRWO Love and Colonial Desire when status replaces spirit. In the COAFRWO, our contemporary African world envisions as an alternative nation and ancestral network. Love is not neutral. It is a field of vibration, but also a battlefield of desire shaped by empire. Segment 2. COAFRWO as a field of ancestral disorientations. Whether it's London, Dublin, Montreal, Paris, Houston, Nairobi, Douala, Gaborone, Harare, Lagos, you name them. The COAFRWO is where African and Afro-descendants strive to reconnect across colonial fractured geographics. But within this global African space, we are not equally positioned. Some are celebrated, others are systematically erased. Nigerian men, especially Anglophone, are seen as go-getters, husband material, God-fearing, while Zimbabwean women are elevated as church girls, stable wives, pillars of communities. Meanwhile, Congolese, Cameroonian, Gabonese, Sudanese, and Somalian men are invisibilized, their story excluded from the love economy. This isn't about compatibility, it is about colonial desirability. In the COAFRWO status, as replaced spirit as the compass of love. Yes. Let's move to our next segment. The feminine survival in the broken frequency. In the aftermath of abandonment, precarity, or vibrational silence, many African women in the COAFRWO are forced to navigate survival. No sacred union. They make strategic decisions within colonial constraints, marrying into polygamous structures not for alignment but for security, prioritizing documents and passport over destiny and frequency, choosing status over ancestral coherence, often unknowingly. This is not betrayal. It is a survival within a field that has collapsed under colonial weight. Let's move to our next segment, which is masculinities erased, fragmented, or feared. What becomes of the men who fall outside this colonial algorithm? Well, men from non-preferred African groups, Congolese, Rwandese, Chadians, even some Zimbabweans, are coded as aggressive, unemployable, too traditional, excluded from community building rituals, rendered vibrationally voiceless, unable to speak their lineage into being. Well, I'm saying a man who cannot initiate his own lineage because, you know, become a stranger in his own nation. This is simple as, you can imagine. This is not simple emasculation, it is desacralization. Let's move to the next segment. Colonial desire as the algorithm of a union. Love in the COAFRWO is increasingly shaped by migration status, economic capitals, religious branding, Western codes of respectabilities, while strategic existential partnership (SEP) are replaced by colonially endorsed union. This is not just personal, this is geopolitical. Well, I mentioned the strategic existential partner, the SEP, as an alternative to what we experience and what we're seeing these days in the diaspora, even sometime in our motherland. The SEP is a new concept that are put into place to try to reduce these problems that we're having in our community. So, if you want to know more about the SEP, please join us. Try to join our classes. This is a very powerful, very important concept that solve a lot of problem within our communities. So, strategic existential partnership are replaced by colonially endorsed union. This is not just personal. This is geopolitical. So we're moving into some kind of geopolitical experience of relationship, really. So we are importing the empire's law of script into our sacred relational field, which is completely wrong, and it has serious replications, serious consequences. The next segment, announcement. Let's say we need to reclaim love in the COAFRWO. We do not respond with shame of blame, but with sacred restorations. The online training program on COAFRWological relationships, parenting, and conflict resolution is now open. For those that would like to, improve their relationship, their parenting skill based on our value, our Ubuntu Karma value, African values, they are welcome. For those that really want to strengthen their relationship, or those that really want to help their teenage children growing in the diaspora to have some base, some really fundament, some really pillar to kind of themselves start also preparing to educate, to be parent, to be good parent, to be good African parent. For those that are into intercultural marriage, it's also a call for you people to join our classes that will help you to kind of assist your children in terms of their upbringing, and provide them with a better education, a better understanding of themselves, so they don't struggle in the world where they will feel like alien or foreign. So we running this training, and the training will give you understanding of the SEP as a sacred missions, not a romantic delusion. Apply for the NCRAC framework to heal, structure, and elevate your relationships, to raise children through Ubuntu Kama, value and ancestral integrity, resolve conflict through vibrational rebalancing, not Western tactics, embody your purpose as a COAFRWO. That's another concept that you need to come to understand, to embrace, because it's an essential concept. It makes you a different person, a different African in the 21st century, an African with purpose, an African that is embracing the logic, the principle of our global African Renaissance. So he is a guardian of a vibrational African order, rooted in the groundbreaking work of Brother Mpeke. So all this, you find it in my books. These books will be available soon. They are already done. They are already written. They just need to be they've been printed, but they not just have to be printed in large quantities, so they reach each one of you. So love, one of some of the books you will have, Love, Lineage and Liberations, the SEP Manual, Sacred Partnership for Strategic Legacy, and Sirac, Healing the African Couple from Within, Becoming a COAFRWO, a manual for restoring vibrational sovereignty. This training is for all children of the COAFRWO on the continent and across the oceans, ready to transform love into tool of resistance, memory, rebirth, but also for our global African Renaissance. So as a next segment, we talk about final reflection, rebuilding the vibrational nation. Wow, my people, my COAFRWO people, we have to remember that COAFRWO is not merely a diaspora. It is a remembered nation, a vibrational family grounded in an ancestral purpose, not colonial mimicry. In the COAFRWO, love must be a tool of liberation, or it become a mirror of enslavement. So we must protect the sovereignty of our communities, the dignity of our union, and the integrity of our relational ecosystems. Let us not reproduce colonial rivalry or intra-African predation, however subtle. Let us not sabotage our spiritual alignment with mimicry, jealousy, or imperialistic ambition dressed in African skin. A renaissance, a global African renaissance, cannot grow in a soil of intercommunal disrespect. We must honor each other's sovereignty, build with reciprocity, and rise with Ubuntu Kama as our diplomatic heart. This is your moment. Reclaim it, ritualize it, rise with it. The last thing I will ask you to do before we close these encounters is to subscribe, to read, to trend, and remain active. Join the Global African Renaissance with COAFRWology for your lineage, for your nation, for your soul. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for your comment. And thanks for being part of this global movement and this global awakening of African and African descendants. The next podcast will be uploaded pretty soon. Ubuntu Kama. Bye now.